Princesses never cross their legs in public. Why don't you just tuck one ankle behind the other and place the hands gracefully on the knees? Charlotte, I think it's time for tea.
We all want to raise kind, respectful, and confident kids, but sometimes teaching good manners can feel a little bit of a lost art. So, not anymore. We're going to actually teach you this morning, from table manners to tech etiquette and everything in between. Etiquette and image consultant Anita Heiskell is here to share why manners are still important, how they've evolved, and how we can make sure that we're teaching our children even today. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Erin. How are you?
Oh, I'm so good. I honestly just learned something from the sock bumping that we just came in with, because my legs were crossed and I was like, oh, let me cross my ankles. And I saw that your ankles were already crossed. So listen, I learned something today. Now, tell me why it's so important to really dive into etiquette and make sure that we're still teaching our children about how to act in the world. Make sure that those manners are still there.
It is so important for kids to know proper etiquette and social graces, because it teaches them respect for themselves, but it also teaches them respect for others. And it helps them to build an image with substance. Yes, and then it just teaches them compassion, and it helps them to have positive interactions with others in the community.
I like that you said that, though, because then you can really gauge how you should be treated and also how you should be treating others. So what are some basic etiquette skills that all kids should know, no matter the age?
I think they should know how to be gracious, how to say thank you, please, you're welcome, may I, and also how to deal with awkward situations. And one of my favorites is teaching your kids how to be gracious and thankful to service workers.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one indeed. But also, you really have no idea how much thank you and you're welcome and all of those things really fall by the wayside. There are tons of adults who do not use those manners every single day. And it's almost like, my goodness, did we skip out on the lesson? So this is why this is so important. So what would you say are some etiquette skills that parents may miss or they don't even think of?
Well, they don't think about teaching their kids how to show respect for other people's property. How to act when they go to other people's homes.
That's so true, because nobody will treat your home or your property the way you will. That's
and
so
the small
true.
things like not interrupting people when they're speaking, learning how to say excuse me, I'm sorry. Those are a lot of things that parents miss out on.
Yes, indeed. Now, there's always room for improvement as a child ages. So what are some manners that parents can focus on based on the age range?
Well, let's start with toddlers. Starting to use those magic words. And those magic words are please, thank you, you're welcome, excuse me, I'm sorry. Then we get to the big kids. We got to start with our table manners there. Then we get to our preteens. We need to start teaching them how to be gracious and thankful verbally, but also written. This is when we start with the thank you notes.
Yes. Okay, that's a good point. My grandma actually put me on to thank you notes. It's so important.
It's so important.
And it really is such a nice gesture that I think people really think is so considerate, and you wouldn't even think about it unless someone taught you it.
It means a lot. And then lastly, our teenagers. We got to make sure that they understand the responsibility of social media.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
And digital texting, and let them know what the consequences are if they don't use it responsibly.
Yes, which is such a huge thing, especially as AI takes over and all of the things. We need to know how to navigate it correctly and use it correctly as well. Now, some parents experience different challenges. Obviously, kids are all different. So what's some advice to help parents really navigate and lead their kids to success when it comes to etiquette? How do we make sure that we are reinforcing it?
Yes, this is the hard part, because sometimes it's a battle back and forth, but I suggest just being patient, being consistent, and doing what you tell them to do. Let them model it so that they can see you doing it, and then they know that it's right. Children learn what they live. So when they see you doing it properly, they're going to emulate that, and they're going to do it properly too. So just stay consistent, be positive reinforcement, and that'll help make it not seem like a job.
Exactly, and I think it's a better avenue, because then it also to the kids feels like a lecture or maybe even a power struggle, and Lord knows, especially with the teenagers, that's a real thing. Now, overall, your motto is etiquette is not extinct, it has evolved. What do you mean by that?
Well, what that means is etiquette hasn't gone anywhere. We may have lost it and we don't do it, but it's not extinct. It is still here. It has evolved. What that means is it's changed with the times and it's changed with society. So times may change, but social graces and etiquette remain the same.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, can I just throw in there too that can we also teach our young men to open the doors again?
Absolutely.
And then make sure that the women are inside the only sidewalk.
And those are things
those are
that,
lost too.
Yeah, and those are things that we'll start teaching when they're in their preteens, teaching them that etiquette and letting the young ladies know don't accept anything less.
Yes, indeed. And that goes back to that age range based etiquette and making sure that you're fitting it all in there. These were some really good tips, especially to get the conversation started with your child. It is never too late. So tell me, where can people find you if they need more help?
They can find me at primpoisedandproper.com. You can also find me on Facebook under Anita Heiskell or Prim, Poised, and Proper. And I also have a group that's called People Who Love Etiquette and Social Graces.
Very, very good. Well, Miss Anita, your etiquette radiates off of you, and we are just blessed to be in your presence every single time. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much, Erin.